Okay, so let me get rid of this first. Um, this will be a review on episode 41. I did see it subbed. I have to wait till tomorrow for it to come out with the subtitles. So if you do not want to know what happens in the episode, mute the video or just click out the video. Go watch Markiplier. Go watch PewDiePie. Go watch whatever you normally watch on YouTube. This will contain spoilers. I don't want to hear any butt hurt crybabies complaining about spoilers in the comments. You have been warned. So the beginning of the episode starts with the left off where we left off in episode 40, which was Monaka knocking out Hito of the ring, claiming Universe 7 as the winner. And at the end, after all of that has happened, Lord Zeno or King Zeno and his two bodyguards show up in the middle of the ring, and Whis and Vados are calling out Champa and Beerus, and they're surprised because the king of everything, the king of the 12 universes, are in the middle of their ring. So the episode starts off with Champa and Beerus flying towards the ring in front of King Zeno, and they're bent over, giving respect because Lord or King Zeno is above Beerus and Champa, so of course they would go and give him respect. And then he just stands there, and then you see all the Kais. You see Supreme Kai, Old Kai, and then you see the Kais of the Universe 6 fly down, and they're on their hands and knees, bending down on the floor, giving respect as well because King Zeno is, once again above them. And then Goku, along with Universe 7 and Universe 6's fighters, go onto the stage, and he's waving high. He starts walking towards him, and Beerus and Champa are wetting their pants because they're afraid of they know what King Zeno is fully capable of, and they're afraid of Goku doing something very stupid and having him show his power. And according to Beerus, King Zeno is so strong that he can wipe out all of the 12 universes with a blinking of an eye. And I find that very, very, like, shocking. Like, one person has the power of taking out 12 universes with just the blinking of an eye. That is a lot of strength. I'll tell you that right much. That much. I'm honestly surprised that Goku didn't say, "Oh, you're the king of everything. You're stronger than Beerus and Champa. Why don't you? I like to train with you. Yada yada yada. You know how Goku is already." And look, King Zeno explains that he was very, interested in what they did here. Universe 7 versus Universe 6, the Universal World Tournament. He was very interested in what they did. So he had came up with an idea. And I think the idea is really cool, and I think they might do this towards the end of the series. I don't believe they're going to do this anytime soon. They just finished with the Universe 6 and 7 World Tournament, or Universal Tournament, so they might do it at the end. What King Zeno had suggested was that they do another Universal World Tournament, but with all 12 universes. Now, this is why I said they might wait to the end of the series. Not only because they had just finished their Universe 6 and 7 Universal Tournament, but for one, Universe 7 has to train and get some fighters. Universe 6 has to train and get some fighters. because they have absolutely no idea who they're fighting. And I find it very interesting and at the same time a little confusing with Majin Buu. As soon as everything is done and over with, Majin Buu wakes up. Now, this is why I don't understand why he fell asleep during the preliminary exams. He was sleeping for nearly 5 million years, or Majin Buu is 5 million years old, so he must have been sleeping. So let's say 4.5 million years. How much sleep does he need? I don't. That's what I don't understand. Majin Buu and Beerus sleep so long. Like Beerus woke up and went to Earth, and after they did the battle, you can see here in my picture. I decided to use a Battle of God scene because I searched up Beerus and that was the first one I saw and I liked. But after the battle between Beerus and Goku, he goes back to sleep. He's like, "You were sleeping for 39 years. How much sleep do you need?" And the same thing goes for Majin Buu. You were asleep before. I'm just estimating. I want to say 4.5 years. Why are you sleeping? I think it would have been really, really cool to have them have all five fighters, and I guarantee that Majin Buu would have been the first one to fight Botamo. To see Majin Buu versus Botamo. But it's Toriyama's script. It's his anime. It's his manga. He can do whatever he wants with it. But as soon as that all of that is done, we go into the next scene, and it shows Monaka, Whis, Beerus, Bulma, and Bulma's holding the Super Dragon Radar, which we saw a few episodes ago. And 18 was there as well. I think Krillin was there as well. And Bulma turns it on, okay, and saying, "Okay, let's search for the 7 Dragon Balls." So she presses, I believe, one of the buttons on the side. I think it might have been the left twice, and it expands the view to look, for all over the universe to see where the last Dragon Ball was, Super Dragon Ball was. Then 18 points out that all 7 Dragon Balls are there. So she goes and makes the screen smaller, back to looking at where the Super Dragon Balls were, and she counted, and all 7 were there. So they go into the cube. Whis is on top, and we see 6 out of the 7 Dragon Balls, and then we see the small planet they were on. And Whis waves his wand, and you see these tornadoes forming on top of the mysterious planet they were fighting on. And then you just see a cloud of smoke, and then you see some light shine out of the planet, some orange light, and appears the 4-star Super Dragon Ball. So there was a lot of people that predicted that the mysterious planet that they were on was the last Dragon Ball. And I think I would have liked them to do a little mini side event for them looking for the 7th Dragon Ball, but that would have taken away from the episode as well. So I guess I can understand why they didn't do that. So then Beerus is talking to Whis, and Whis replies back, and then Whis was talking in some language, and then the balls light up. The stars on the Super Dragon Balls light up. And this is very similar to Dende speaking the Namekian language to ask Porunga to come out of the Dragon Balls. And the only way you can awaken the Super Dragon Balls or awaken the dragon is to speak the God language. And Whis is able to speak the God language in order to awaken the dragon. So he speaks the God language. A few seconds go by, and everyone's thinking, "Oh, it's not working, it's not working." And then they all notice that the stars lit up. You see this 1 star, you see the 3 star, the 4 star, and then the rest of it. And instead of the balls being on their bottom, they had formated. They went into a formation. Excuse me, I'm trying to explain it. So, but they go into a formation, and if they were on a glued onto a piece of paper, it looked like they were on a wall where you wouldn't be able to draw a diamond or some type of diamond or polygon. So they do that, and they all connect. So it looks like some orange lightning connects them all together, and they light up very, very brightly. The light is very blinding. That it blew back the cube that everybody was on, and then we see this goldish yellowish dragon in a ball, and um, the dragon, you can see it try to open its eyes like twice before it opens its eyes. So it's like it's awakening. It's been sleeping for so long. It's gonna take a while before he opens his eyes, and then after the twice of blinking before they open their eyes, you see these bright red eyes, and the dragon stretches itself out. I man, and if you guys do watch the episode, wait till I think it's like 13 minutes and 20 seconds or 13 minutes and 30 seconds. You can see the dragon extend itself. He is extremely, extremely large. He's bigger than the whole galaxy. There was at least 40, 50 galaxies that were surrounding him. That's how big he is. There was a scene where he goes to he's opening his mouth, and it looks like he's eating Saturn. Like Saturn is some type of food for him. But yeah, he's very big. If you guys wait to, hit the 13-minute mark, you're gonna be very surprised. It is a nice scene. It's beautiful. It's very colorful. Contrast. The contrast is great. It was a beautiful scene. And then everybody opens their eyes and notice that they were floating towards this mini version of the dragon, and dragon's name is Zarma, dragon god Zarma. Yeah, Zarma. And then there shows the mini dragon they were looking at was green and black. So I guess you can say the dragon's nucleus. And then the dragon's probably saying state your wish or whatever. And Beerus is telling Whis to wish the dragon for a comfortable bed for him, or he's making his wish. So Whis speaks in the god language once again, and the dragon's eyes lit up just like Shenlong and Purunga that's on Namek. When they grant a wish, their eyes light up, and that's exactly what he did. And then the dragons do, the Dragon Balls do exactly what the Namekian Dragon Balls do and the Earth Dragon Balls do. They float up in the air and then dissipate. They disappear, and everything's said and done. So Bulma asks Beerus, "So what did you wish for?" And he's telling Bulma, "Oh, I just wished for a more comfortable bed for me to sleep on." But what he really wished for, and this, I like Beerus, but not so much. But after seeing what he did in this episode, makes me like him just a little bit more. So what he did was he wished for Universe 6's Earth back. I don't know if it was back or he wished for Universe 6 to have their own Earth, so Champa can have his own food. Because Champa's just like Beerus, and you wonder why he's so tubby. He eats so much food. So what Beerus did, he asked Whis to ask the dragon to wish Universe 6 to have their own Earth, so Champa can have his own food. And I thought that was pretty cool because Beerus, that touched my heart because I'm very close to my brothers. I do anything for them, and what he did for his was very, very touching. It touched my heart a lot, man. I give this episode a big thumbs up, not only because of all the things that informative things that happened in this episode, but because Beerus was so nice to help out his brother, even though they're knuckleheads, just like every set of brothers are. They fight a lot, they argue a lot, they say things they don't mean, whatever. But at the end of the day, Beerus does care about his brother, and I thought that was very touching because it reminded me about me and my brothers. I have two brothers. We may argue, we may fight, we may say things we don't mean, but at the end of the day, we have each other's back, and I thought that was very, very touching. And after that is all said and done, um, they show a scene with Universe 6 in their cube and Vados on the top, and Vados stops, and Champa's like, what the hell's going on? Why did you stop? And Vados looks on her staff, and then she I guess shows a hologram of planet Earth, and Champa's like, "What is that? Is that Universe Seven's Earth?" It's like, "No, that's our Earth." And then he says to himself, Beerus isn't all that bad. Just like I just said a few seconds ago, we might fight, we may argue, but at the end of the day, he is my brother. He cares about me. So, and then when that happens, we see a Super Dragon Ball whiz by. And my prediction is that when they go to look for the Super Dragon Balls again, that the Super Dragon Ball that had whizzed by Universe Vados and everybody, it's gonna be on planet Earth. My prediction is that Super Dragon, even though it's as big as a planet, when they go to look for the Super Dragon Balls, it's gonna be either on Earth or near the vicinity of Earth. It might be Earth's moon. That's what I think is gonna happen. The next time they have to look for the Super Dragon Balls, Universe Six's moon is gonna be the Super Dragon Ball that was by them when Vados was showing the hologram of Universe Six's Earth, and then they go show Beerus, Goku, and Monaka on Beerus's planet, and we see a truck pass by, and the trunk opens, and it's all the gold, all the silver and gold that Monaka gets because he won. He won the tournament, and he's all happy. He's telling Beerus, "Oh, thank you for taking me to the tournament. Thank you for letting me attend this, that, and the third." And then we see everybody else in the cube, I guess, and they show Earth. This time it's Universe Seven's Earth, and everybody's going home. We see Goku rub Goten's hair. Everybody's happy they finally get to go home and everything's done, and the whole tournament is done. They can go home. They can relax. They can train. They can eat. They can do whatever they want. And then in the preview, we see Monaka training. We see him with the belt, with Hercule's belt that says champion, and then we see him with his cape on, and we see Goku and Monaka fight. And Monaka's putting up a good fight. Monaka is putting up a good fight with Goku. You can see that Goku's having a whole bunch of stretch marks, and then you see Goku charge up, and you see Monaka charge up. So I don't know what happened between Monaka being on Beerus's planet, telling Beerus, "Thank you for letting me join the tournament," and and thank you for everything, to Monaka showing up on Earth and facing Goku. So in between that, he probably did some training. He either trained with Beerus or he trained with Hercule, or whatever the case may be. But Monaka's putting up a fairly decent fight with Goku. That Goku's having some problem, but that's gonna be that's the preview for next week for episode 42, which is titled Monaka versus Goku. So Goku finally gets his wish and fights Monaka. And from the preview of what we got for next week, it's gonna be a pretty decent fight. From what from the beginning of when they showed Monaka till now, I think he had a lot of character development, and it reminds me of when Gohan first entered the very, very early episodes of Dragon Ball Z, where Gohan got a lot of character development, and that's exactly what they're doing with Monaka right now. Because at the beginning, when they first showed Monaka, we really didn't know much other than what Beerus told us, and he took a hit from Goku, and that's the only thing we got from him. And we got a few more character development while he was in the tournament, and then at the end of episode 41. So I think that's what they might do with Monaka. They're gonna give him a lot of character development. He may be one of those characters where he stays around and he gets a lot of character development, just like Gohan did. Gohan, at the beginning of, you guys know the character development of Gohan. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you for another 5 minutes, explaining the character development of Gohan. But you guys let me know what you think. I thought the episode is very informative. If I were to give it a rating out of 10, I'd say an 8.5, close to a 9. And the only reason why I'm giving it that high was because of the dragon, come when they summon the dragon out of the Super Dragon Balls. That was and the end and the preview episode 42. So I thought it was pretty good. I'll give it an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. So you guys let me know who don't care about spoilers and actually sat and listened to what I had to say about the episode, my thoughts of the episode. And like I always say, I'm gonna watch the sub version tomorrow, or the dub version tomorrow with the subtitles, so I can get a clearer understanding of what's being said and what's going on. But until then, I see you guys in the next video. Peace out.